York's infamous Blue Note era comes to Mars Hill on Saturday, August 22nd for a special one-night-only concert at Mars Landing Arts Center. Civil Disobedience is a project from New York bassist David Ambrosio, rekindling jazz born from the politically conscious underground of 19th City's New York City. You'll hear music from progressive composers such as Bobby Hutcherson, Jackie McLean, Stanley Cowell, Howard Land, and more. Before the concert, we'll screen an illuminating short documentary about the project. Seating is intimate and limited. That's Saturday, August 22nd. For tickets and details, go to marslandingartscenter.com. Wake up, Asheville. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Tuesday, August 4th. The House Ethics Committee says there's, quote, substantial reason to believe North Carolina Republican Representative Chuck Edwards violated House rules on sexual harassment and fostering a hostile workplace. In a report released yesterday, the panel said Edwards engaged in persistent, inappropriate conduct toward two young female staffers, including giving them gifts worth more than $1,000, writing poems and messages, and making comments about their appearance. The committee recommends the House censure him. Edwards told investigators he did nothing inappropriate. One former aide's attorney says the situation led her to resign. We have a gift link to the story in the New York Times in our show notes. Asheville police are moving ahead with a new real-time intelligence center backed by a $1.2 million federal grant. The system will bring together body cameras, license plate readers, drones, and public and private video feeds into one platform. Police say it'll help officers respond faster and could cut down on days of door-to-door evidence gathering. Data will generally be purged after 30 days. Some residents raised privacy concerns to City Council, while others voiced support. Council approved the plan 5-1. The center could be fully operational by 2027. Read more at NC Local. Despite media inquiries to Asheville police, many details remain unaddressed and unanswered about the July 19th Biltmore Avenue shooting that killed 2 people and injured 7. Reporters have asked who the intended targets were and how many of those shot were bystanders. They've also asked whether gangs, drugs, or a turf dispute played a role. In response to questions from reporters, police haven't clarified the condition of the injured, whether patrols have increased, or how the violence could affect nearby businesses and tourism. Read more at 828 News Now. New findings suggest HCA Healthcare could again be out of compliance with its 2019 purchase agreement to buy Mission Health, but local leaders say there's little leverage to force changes. State Senator Julie Mayfield says because the end of the purchase agreement is just 2.5 years away, Mission is playing the waiting game, and that they know Dogwood Health Trust and North Carolina Attorney General Jeff Jackson are unlikely to sue again. Mayfield said, quote, there's just no real remedy. HCA is just waiting everybody out. An independent monitor appointed by Dogwood flagged potential issues in oncology and trauma services, loss of industrial rehabilitation at Mission, and questions about federal regulatory standing. You can read more in the Carolina Public Press. And nearly 2 years after Tropical Storm Helene, crews with Mountain True are still clearing debris from area rivers. On Monday, they removed 4 totaled vehicles and a motorcycle from the Hungry River in Flat Rock. The cars were discovered after a neighbor reported one in the water, leading to several scouting trips and months of permits and planning. Contractors used an excavator to pull the vehicles from sandy embankments. Officials say the cars still contained gas and other chemicals that could harm the ecosystem and downstream recreation. Read more at 828 News Now. If you care about local music, theater, visual art, and all the arts and culture of our region, you'll want to tune in to See Here. It's my new channel where I produce short documentary videos, longer podcast conversations, and fresh news across Western North Carolina's arts and culture scene. There's really nothing like it in this region. Subscribe to our newsletter for free and catch up on what you've missed at seeherewnc.com.